Hi, everyone. This is Sina. I'm Dr. Bizak, and this is Team I Can Do. Patients with ALS and neurodegenerative diseases unfortunately suffer with interacting within their daily lives, particularly as mobility decreases over time. A lot of these diseases, ALS, multiple sclerosis, as well as others over time, leads to progressive mobility impairment, and this is particularly important as patients are trying to live more and more at home. We find that clinically, patients are suffering, unfortunately. As a palliative care physician, I can speak to this personally. And so this weekend, we meant to combat this and come up with an app. Now we present to you I Can Do. I Can Do is an app that allows patients to remain as independent as possible at home for as long as possible. We believe that the impact of this technology will increase patient quality of life, family quality of life, as well as satisfaction. This is very important. And additionally, on top of this, we believe that given research has shown that keeping patients at home for longer can be beneficial, that health outcomes will improve, as well as decrease cost for healthcare systems, patients, and healthcare insurance companies.
Okay, hey everyone, let's jump to the demo because we have a very interesting thing to do. So we have a sample patient. He's trying to control the devices that are already on the judge's table. So you see the fan and we have the light. So he's controlling this stuff with only his eyes. Whenever he focuses on one button for like stare at one button for 2 seconds, it would be activated. So you see the light is working. We have the fan and he could turn on the music. So for this demo, we only have these three, but we could expand that in the future. So you see he started the fan. So while you are enjoying the demo, I just want to make some points clear. First of all, this is, let me just increase the sound. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, this is totally new. This is brand new. There is nothing like this on the market right now. There are some devices for these patients, but these eye-gazing applications, they are very limited. They are mostly for communication purposes, but what we have is for interaction with the environment. And there is another advantage to our work that these devices, they are super expensive. They are thousands of dollars, at least $8,000. But what we have here, we are just using an iPhone and some, smart home devices. So another point that I want to mention is that we are using an iPhone right now, but we could expand that to Android devices and iPads as well in future. Another point that I think it is very important, we kept the UI very simple, that the patient could use that very easily. So we intentionally create the buttons large so he could focus on them and select them. Thank you very much. If you are interested, you could try the app. After session, we will be there. Thank you.
Cost effectiveness of just having it be an app on the phone, but what's the cost of censoring up the home with smart devices? That's not necessarily a given.
So it depends on the smart home devices that you are intend to use in your home. If you're using just one lamp, it is going to be just $15 and priced, the application development, which is much more simpler than having specific hardware.
How much did you work on this before this weekend?
So actually, we did some feasibility research before the hackathon, but I could say we just got the phone on Thursday, so we just work on these 2 days.
Quick question about mounting the phone. So for people who are bedbound, how would this work?
There are some devices similar that you could mount your phone. We could show that. So they usually stick to your bed frame or the side of your bed, and they are similar to this, much better. So they are more flexible. So this is something we made through the hackathon. Thank you.
Talk a little bit about your business model and how you would implement this.
So first of all, we want to test it with the actual patients. So we were lucky to meet Dr. Bijak in this hackathon. So I think the first thing that we are going to do is that we make the program stable with more, devices, and he has some connections, and we could test that, on a small group of patients to see what are their feedback and what are they having in mind. After that, I think.
Yeah, there's at the VA, and this hasn't been confirmed, but there's a ALS clinic where, in theory, this could be tested.
Thank you very much.